Good morning. I'm staying here at Hyatt Place Hotel on Soi 1. So this only opened in December 2024, so just over 6 months old. It is the latest of the Hyatt hotels. I think there are 8 Hyatt hotels in Thailand now. Alright, I'm going to give you a very quick review, show you the room, show you the pool, show you the gym, show you the buffet breakfast. Then I'm going to take a wander around this neighbourhood of Soi 1. I'll walk down to Sukhumvit, which is only a couple minutes walk, probably 4, maybe 5 minutes walk. Show you some of the restaurants. Alright, this is a very nice 4-star hotel. I've been here 2 nights so far. They upgraded me to a deluxe room, which is very nice. Now, don't expect views. I'm staying at the back and I'm looking out the back of the hospital. There's an international hospital there. And I think that's probably the main reason people stay here. These rooms at the front looking straight across to this apartment building, so don't expect views. I've seen lots of people walking around on crutches and in wheelchairs, so obviously they're coming to the international hospital. Swimming pool is nice on the rooftop, and right next door is the gymnasium, which is only small but enough equipment for a workout. The swimming pool doesn't get sun until about 9 AM through to sort of mid-afternoon. In the room there is a safe, there is a mini bar, but no, it is not stocked. As I said, I got upgraded to a deluxe, which is a little bit bigger, and I have that sofa. There are plenty of power points and USB, but note, it is not universal power adapters, so you do need an adapter to plug your international socket in. There is a decent sized bathroom, good water pressure. And the buffet breakfast is pretty good for a 4-star hotel. Is everything I needed for my breakfast. Lots of yogurts, there's an egg station, or they'll do a noodle soup, lots of pastries, and of course coffee. Alright, that is my quick review of the Hyatt Place. Let's go for a walkabout. Now if we go down to the end, this is a dead end, and right at the end there is the canal. There are canal ferries there, and if you get the ferry a couple of stops down, you can go to Pratanam clothing market, which is worth a visit. Closest 7-Eleven is there. There are 3 more, 2 more on Soi 1 and another one around the corner on Sukhumvit. I presume they're open 24 hours a day. The only other thing of interest down here, there is a Burmese restaurant just here, which looks kind of nice. There's plenty of food, and there's some good coffee shops. I'll show them along the way. But don't expect lots of international style restaurants. There's a couple. I'll show you some Italian, some Mediterranean. Most of them are just local restaurants. There is a Bangladeshi restaurant around the corner, but it doesn't look that good. Now, I've previously stayed at the Hyatt Place down on Soi 24, which I really like. The hotel's nice, but it's the location. Soi 24 is really cool. It is just down from Phrom Phong station. There are so many restaurants on Soi 24, and obviously at Phrom Phong station there are 3 major shopping malls: Emporium, Mkartia, and the massive M-Sphere, which opened last year. So I highly recommend Hyatt Place Soi 24. There is Skye Hotel. Now, I didn't do my research, so I will put up some prices and some photos. There is Mosa Mediterranean kitchen. So there is Aspira Skye Hotel, or just Skye Hotel. So let me put some photos of the rooms. Plenty of little food stalls, all street food. Now, even though this is a dead end, the street gets very busy, mainly due to the hospital, which the entrance is here, and the building behind is massive. I'll show you some video from outside. A lot of people from the Middle East come here for medical services. In the hotel that I'm staying, there's a lot of people from the Middle East walking around on crutches. Some of them look like they've had knee surgery, knee replacement. Alright, little coffee shop. Expect to pay about 50 baht for a coffee. And in Thailand, the coffee is good. Most places. unless you go to a Starbucks. Alright, Furama Xclusive Hotel. Let me put up some prices and the photos of the rooms. This is the entrance to the International Hospital, Bumrungrad International Hospital. I knew a guy, a British guy who used to live in Thailand or in Bangkok. He told me this is excellent. He used to come here every year for his yearly medical. And I have experienced medical services in Thailand. The last time I went to hospital in Salom, had to see a surgeon. He was excellent. I have read the WHO rate Thailand medical services probably number 6 or 7 in the world, and from my experience it was a lot better than the medical services in Australia, and the medical services in Australia is pretty good. I can't complain. There is second 7-Eleven, ATM there, and another little coffee shop, and La Buca. I would say this is probably the best restaurant on the street. I had dinner there last night. I just had a light meal. I just had some bruschetta, which was very good. Nice diced tomato, some mozzarella cheese drizzled with balsamic vinegar, and I had a Caesar salad, which was very nice. I was going to have their pizza, but they didn't have pepperoni pizza. I might go back tonight and have their pizza. They had an Italian sausage pizza, so if I go back I will add the pictures of the pizza now. So closest BTS station, right at the end, turn right, and there is the Ploen Chit BTS station, the Sky train. If you turn to the left, probably another 5 minutes walk down to ThaNaKa BTS. You will pass Soi 4 on the right, Soi 3 on the left, which is the Arab quarter. There are loads of Middle Eastern restaurants there, from Yemen, and from Iraq, and from Egypt, and from Lebanon. It's probably about 20 or so. It's actually Soi 3/1, which has all the Middle Eastern restaurants. There's a couple of kebab places, or they call them shawarma. There is 7-Eleven number 3 at ThaNaKa BTS. There is Soi 11, which has loads of good restaurants. I've made some videos about Soi 11 before. There is Asia Inn. It looks like a budget style hotel. Let me put photos and prices. Then if you keep walking past ThaNaKa, you'll come to, probably another 5 minutes walk, you'll come to Terminal 21, which is a really good shopping mall. Now, Cafe Amazon. This is a Thai branded chain of coffee shops. Really good. I had a coffee in there yesterday. 55 baht for a small latte, and the coffee is good quality. So I highly recommend this compared to Starbucks. There is a Starbucks in the International Hospital if you're American or do not like good coffee. Massage, laundry. There you go, wash and dry, express 4 hour. You're probably looking at about 120 baht for 1 kilo. And you'll see there's plenty of these little food joints. And this services all the staff in the hospital. Yesterday at lunchtime this was packed full of all the nurses and the doctors and the orderlies from the hospital. And just behind here there's a Muay Thai gym. It's closed. It's only 8:30 in the morning, so the gym hasn't opened yet. Alright, not much more for the rest of the street. Let's get to Sukhumvit. I don't know how all these massage places survive. There are so many, 3 in a row. Massage, massage, massage. I think it is about 100 baht for a 1 hour foot massage. As this street gets busy, even though it's a dead end, but the traffic going to the hospital makes it quite busy. There we go, surprise, surprise, more massage. 1, 2, 3 massage places. Shop selling broccoli. Another massage. Oh, there's a barber. There we go, barber and salon. I had my hair cut in Soi 13 the other day. 200 baht for a haircut. What is that, about 10 bucks? Much better than the $25, or is it $35 now I get charged in Sydney. And this is the busy Sukhumvit. This is the very, very start of Sukhumvit Road. It goes all the way, 488 kilometers, very close to the Cambodian border, but not quite. Have a little laundry, there we go. Wash 1 kilo, 120 baht. Express 4 hour, I'm sure it costs more than 120 baht for express. Alright, right around the corner, if we go under, this is the expressway, it goes to the airport, and just over there is Ploen Chit BTS. And down that way, probably 5-minute walks from here, ThaNaKa BTS. If you're only going one stop, it is quicker just to walk. By the time you go up, buy your ticket, wait for the train, even though they come every 2 minutes, I always seem to get onto the platform just as a train is leaving, so I've got to wait a couple of minutes for the next train. And last place, I will do a walk down Sukhumvit. I'll give you a mini review of all the little sois. Each one has its own personality. There we go, Legacy Hotel. I will give you some photos. Oh, there's the other 7-Eleven. Alright, I'll show you some rooms, show you some prices if I can find it. And there's a little seafood market here. Now, I am not a seafood eater. I wish I was, because these places look so busy and the seafood is fresh. You see all the little crayfish, or are they prawns? I think they might be the freshwater prawns. And there's some crayfish there. What do we call them? Yabbies. There's a big Larry the Lobby. Hello Larry, more Larrys there. Lobster is so overrated. I do not understand why people love it. Alright, that is RE Seafood. As I said, I'll do walk down here. That's Soi 2 over there. Next one's Soi 3. They are out of order, but you'll get the gist when I do the walk down. So I'll walk all the way to ThaNaKa. We'll do Soi 1 to Soi 11, and I'll probably do on the way back from Soi 8 up to Soi 2. Alright, quick review of the Hyatt Place, and a walk around the area. Thank you for watching. Happy days.